Hello, 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 everybody. It is Matt and it is Wild Wednesday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last final bit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. And today I got you a brief synopsis, your starring cast, director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free. Now that I got all that said and mind all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's is a very interesting one. It fits perfect for the season. It is none other than Zima Williams' Halloween Enchantment. What a fun movie. It is a short. It only runs at 6 minutes. I watched it twice just to kind of get a better feel for it. I really enjoyed it. Chloe plays, I don't remember her last name. She's our main lead. Both her and Aaron Smith. I do remember Aaron's last name because Smith is a very simple name to remember. But both her and Aaron Smith are basically they meet up at a Halloween pumpkin patch where Chloe has gone to kind of have a good time, get out of the city, I guess, or wherever she's at, and just kind of unwind and explore the Halloween pumpkin patch, which also has a corn maze on it. Now, eventually, she does meet Aaron Smith, and he is a different kind of guy. He's got a big old hat on with, it looks like, some kind of steampunk type goggles. He's got old-timey clothes. He's not dressed for the time being, the times that we're at. And then they eventually they start hanging out at this thing, and they decide to go check out the corn maze. But this time this route they're going to go is one that not many people go to, so it's kind of a hidden away type corn maze. While they're on it, they find a coffin with all kinds of scribblings on it that make it a lot more ornate and visually pleasing to the eyes. She eventually finds out that Aaron has been killed by another guy named Serji or Serji. I'm not 100% on his first name. Serji Martinez. He plays a priest type, fathery type figure. Eventually shows up, and they have a showdown between Aaron and Serji. It's a fun short little tussle. I'm not going to tell you what happens there. I want you to watch and figure out. But either way, it's well worth the watch. I do have some fun little notes about the movie that the director shared with me. Aaron actually played Dracula in a film called Sign of the Dragon. He was also in another movie called Street Kings, which I think I've seen Street Kings. I think there's like one or two of those. But I remember it. If it's the same movie, I remember it had to do with underground fighting, like boxing or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly. And then he did spend 4 weeks working on Master and Commander. Granted, his scenes and footage was all cut from the final cut. but he still had quite the excursion working on that. And then he also wrote a book. I had to write down the title because the title is just absolutely bonkers. I love the title. It's When a Lobster Whistles on Top of a Mountain, the Ballerinas Will Dance. What a title! I mean, it's quite the tongue twister. I mean, try to say that title once fast, and you're in for quite the ride. But then also Chloe, she is a United States Marine, so she's doing her duty to help the country out in times of need. But that's all the little trivia that I got. Now on to my ratings on this film. First, there's three things that I always love my movies to have a certain criteria on before I give you a 1 through 5 rating. First thing is audio. The audio is very good in this. I never once had to rewind it to re-listen to a character to understand her or him or her, excuse me. But I think that it was done very well. So I'm going to give it an A on that. Now on to dialogue. Dialogue is really fun. It's my favorite part about the movie, to be quite honest. There's interesting dialogue going on. It's almost whimsical in ways. You know, it's very very enchanting. It really I guess it connects with you in ways that you never thought it would. So I'm going to give it an A plus on that end. And now on to the third thing, which is editing. Editing is very crisp and cool and clean. It keeps a nice steady forward momentum, never loses its pacing. It does everything it can to keep your attention into it, and it does a great job. I have no complaints on that end. I feel like it ran at the right time. I feel like if it would have went any longer, it would have probably taken away the joy of it, because I smiled all throughout this one. I thought it was fun. It kind of reminds me of like a segment in what's that show? Tales from the Dark or whatever it was, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's it. In Goosebumps, it kind of reminds me of segments of that, but just a pinch more grown up. I mean, kids can definitely watch this and be okay. There's nothing on there that is rated R or even PG-13. It just has a more grown-up vibe to it. I would say this is probably rated G. And in the editing, I forgot to tell you the score on that is going to be an A as well. But my final score of 1 through 5, I'm going to probably give this thing a 4 out of 5. I think it really, really touches home. I think it's a great little short. Like I said, if you like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark, I know us grown-ups going through the 80s and 90s, we got to witness those when they were fresh and new, and it was a special time for us kids. So it kind of brings a lot of nostalgia to the game. So definitely give Halloween Enchantment a watch. It is well worth it. Alright guys, I love your faces, and as always, peace.